afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Well Body Office. We are here today because I wanted to give you guys a very quick 5-minute video on some stretches that you can do without even leaving your desk. I tell people all week long, you have to get up and move, you have to stretch your back, and you do have to get up and get away from your desk, but I wanted to give you a quick 5-minute stretch that you can do if you can't get away from your desk and you're starting to feel the effects of postural fatigue. So this is going to be about a 5.5-minute stretch, and I'm going to show you sitting right here at my desk. And I've got my computer here, so you can't type while you're doing this, but if you're watching something, you can even continue to watch it while you're doing these stretches. So we're going to start with just your basic shoulder roll, and I want to make sure that you are up on your sits bones and you're in good posture to start. Like, don't do your shoulder rolls down here. We want to get up in a good posture, shoulders over your hips, and we just want to do 4 or 5 shoulder rolls to the back. So we pull the shoulder forward, up to the ears, and back again. Good. Let's start my timer. Let's do a couple more there. Good, and let's do the opposite. We're going to bring them up to the ears and then forward and back. Very good. Perfect. Now we're going to do a little bit with your neck. So we're going to do a chin to chest and then look up to the ceiling. Let's do this 4 or 5 times. Good, you don't want to rush this, you don't want to whip your neck. Good, let's do one more. And now we're going to turn to the left and turn all the way to the right. And each time you do this, you want to kind of pull your chin as far over that shoulder as you comfortably can. Do that a few times on each side. Good. Perfect. And the last thing with our neck is we're going to tip the head, ear to shoulder, both sides. Again, don't rush it. We don't want to whip your head. And you should feel when you do this, the muscles on the side of the neck going down to the shoulder, stretching. Very good. Let's do one more each side. Excellent. So now if you're in a typical office chair, you're going to reach behind you and grab behind the chair like so. Now if you're not, if you're in a stool, you can grab the back of the stool, or you can simply just put your hands behind your back like so. But we're going to use the chair since we're doing an office stretch segment. So I want you to wrap your hands behind the back of that chair, and I want you to pull your shoulders back, because what we're going to be doing is stretching these pec muscles that get so tight from having your arms at a keyboard all the time. So get your hands back here, pull those shoulders back, and initially you should feel a stretch right away in the front of your shoulders and your pecs, but we're going to intensify that even more by lifting the chin. So once you get here, we're going to hold this. Keep those shoulders back, don't relax them. This is what we call an active stretch, because you're actively pulling those shoulders back. Good, so let's release from that. I'm going to have you take your right elbow and put it inside your left elbow. We're going to stretch the antagonist to those muscles, which are the muscles between your shoulder blades. So get that right elbow in there. We're going to lift the elbow so you're about parallel to the floor. And I'm going to tell you to round your shoulders. I never do this, but for this exercise or this stretch, we need to round the shoulders. And then you're going to drop your chin down. Okay, so we've got our elbows in, arms parallel to the floor or lifted a little bit, and then your chin tucked to your chest. And while you're doing this, you can kind of pull the arms forward a little bit, and you'll feel that stretch that pulling of the shoulder blades out to the side. Good, let's release from that. We're gonna go to the back of the chair again. We're gonna do just what we did before. Chest out, shoulders back, chin up. Keep pulling those shoulders back. Good, release out of that. Now we're gonna put the opposite elbow on top. So we're gonna take our left elbow, put it on the right elbow, lift it up, round the shoulders, tuck the chin. Good, if you're not feeling it, just pull those arms a little bit further away from you to separate your shoulder blades. Good, take a deep breath and release that. And we're just gonna do a couple more. So see how I have my hand on the edge of the chair? So we're gonna anchor ourselves with our hands and lean away from that side. And as you do that, you'll start to feel the stretch up the side of your arm. Then we're gonna take your head and drop it off to the side and add a tiny little bit of pressure with your hand, and then continue to lean away. And you should feel a really nice stretch up the shoulders and neck. And let's do the other side. I'm anchoring with my hand, leaning away. I'm going to take my other arm and gently press my head down. And I'm feeling a really nice stretch on the lateral side of my right neck. And you can do these more. Like if you want to pause the video and do any of these a few more times, please feel free to do that. Good. And our last stretch, I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. The last stretch is actually for our lower back. And you're going to sit up in your chair, knees separated a little bit. You're basically just going to fold at the waist, reach your hands down towards the floor. If you can bend your elbows and really flatten your back, and then just let your head relax. And you should feel a nice stretch across the small of your back. And you can hold this as long as you like, but let's round your back and roll up. And that was about 5.5 minutes of stretching. So as you can see, that took no time at all. And it's something you can do at least a few times a day from your desk, and I guarantee you're gonna feel so much better for it. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel. Well Body Chiropractic, Dr. Jennifer Noonan. I'll see you soon.